by just saying that, the harm to politics is something that I think we have experienced firsthand, and there's been a lot of advocacy going on. So without much ado, I want to give a chance to the three organizations and their leaders to please give us your opening remarks as to what is your experience on the ground in seeing institutionalized Hinduphobia, as well as what are we doing to counter it? Nikunji, I think we can start with you.
We'll start with
Japraji. Japraji is the... Japraji, please.
Thank you, Rita. Good evening, everybody. Namaskar. And after all this young knowledge since morning, I tell you, I really feel enlightened myself. I learned a lot. Even after 40 years of community service, which I've been doing, it was 1983 when we started Fremont Hindu Temple here. And fortunately, I've been still serving as the chairman and I was a co-founder for the Fremont Hindu Temple. Thank you. With the support of our Mayor Lily May and everybody else here, we've been prospering and doing very, very well. I acknowledge her. And 30 years ago, started the India Day Parade and Festival of Globe and Festival of India, which has also been growing from 5,000 people. We got almost 100,000 people. Again, thanks to the city of Fremont, who's become part of us. Now they are participants and one of the co-hosts, along with the county and council member and everybody else. So we have become mainstream organization from that point of view. And just like Richa mentioned earlier, so after wearing all these hats, I certainly about 3 years ago, I thought that political empowerment has been lacking. We've done socially so well, culturally so well, religiously, spiritually, we've empowered our communities, we've been supporting them. But politically, we've been way, way behind. Unfortunately, just because our people have been enriching this whole American dream, which we were all trying to realize. After realizing that, we have done very, very well in the corporate field, even Google, Adobe, Microsoft, all the CEOs, and the corporate world, everywhere our people are heading, and in science, in medicine, IT industry, engineers, we have the best of them. And we've been contributing a lot, but politically we have not been able to contribute. And the result sits right in front of us. Just because we've not been engaged, we've not been involved, we've been put under the bus. This Hinduphobia, which I'm sure Nikunj is an expert, he's going to talk a lot about it. There are different forms of Hinduphobia, and one of them discussed this as a discriminating factor they're thrusting upon us is one of them, and there's a lot more. So we thought Americans4HIndus, being as a super PAC, totally politically oriented, let's put this organization together so that many of you can participate, and some of the parents who are here who have been telling their children become a doctor or an IT engineer, a computer scientist, or even a businessman, now we want them to tell them to get politically engaged, tell their children to get appointed by people like Mayor over here, to civic service, public service, get into public affairs, all our temples, organizations, everybody should have something to do with public policy so that they can influence it. And also, we want our children to get involved into political arena. They have to contribute in this field as well. So not only, just at the highest level, the higher levels, right from the school board levels, and the city level, county level, state level, and then of course federal level, we need to get our children involved so that we don't have to face the result which we are facing right now in the state of California, where we could not even find 1 or 2 senators who were supporting us. Our own senator in this area where we have in the city of Fremont, 70% Asians. And our mayor can testify to that, right? 75% Asian Americans over here, out of which almost 38% are Indian Americans. And our own senator is the one who putting this bill out there in the state of California, 403 SB, which I don't have to expand on. Everybody has been talking since morning about it, and it's just been thrusted upon us, and it's unfortunately it might become a law, and then we may have to go the legal way. But it looks like it's going in that direction, even though many of us are working very, very hard behind the scenes, front scenes, everywhere to defeat it, but it's not happening. So one of the things which we did a couple of weeks ago, or either last month, 14th of June, we made a Hindu caucus, and we named it Hindu, Buddhist, and Sikh caucus right on the Capitol Hill. So absolutely, I think many of you followed that. We felt the need of the hour. Our Honorable Congressman Shri Thanedar was our co-founder, and he initiated the process. All of us, there were 20 organizations, all of our HAF, KONA, AHC, AHF, and everybody else was part of it. And we put it together so that this thing does not happen at the federal level. So we have our spokespersons, we have our people who can understand Hinduism, the Hindu values, who can really fight for us before anything like this happens. Today's Asha Wahab, who's putting it right here, could be Lan Omar or Shida Talib or anybody else, try to put it right there in the Congress as well. But we want people who can fight for us, who understand who we are, what we are, where we come from, what our dharma is, and those are the things which we're trying to educate. And KONA is doing a wonderful job, HAF and many other organizations. I want to commend them, and we want to work with them as a political organization. We want to make sure we support them. So, and all these legislators, whether they're local, state level, or at the federal level, they need to be supported. Only then we'll develop those relationships at every level, right from voting for them or campaigning for them, funding them, and later on have a relationship with them, with their staff, with themselves. I can go on and on, but I think in the interest of time, I want to say that Americans4HIndus is your organization. You are part of it. Please become part of it, either volunteer or either by financing it or one way or the other, become part of it so that we can support all our non-profit organizations, the advocacy groups, and all these other conferences like this. We can continue to support this down the line. And in the long run, we want to be the victors. We may just lose a few battles here and there, but in the long run, with the knowledge like this, what we gained over here, we can definitely dissolve the caste consciousness. Thank you.